At ito na nga ang sinasabi ko mga kaibigan, ano, sa puntong ito ay kitang-kita natin na sa loob po ng 6 na araw po ng impeachment trial, bigo ang prosecution. Semplang po ang prosecution na patunayan na mayroon nga bang grave threats, no, against the Vice President Sara Duterte when she uttered the word, "Wag kang mag-alala ma'am, may nakausap na ako na tao." Panoorin po natin mga kaibigan.
Bakas na ang kaso. Kompleto na ang ebidensya. At ang sabi nga, lahat ng labis ay masama, so let us proceed to the next article. And that is why it was really our intention to communicate to the people.
Hindi po kayo nagtataka? Hindi kaya, sir, dito sa mga nakita po natin mga ebidensya rito, mukhang sablay-sablay, parang minadali ho ninyo.
So ngayon, nakikita mo ilang porsyento sa palagay mo na magkakaroon ng conviction?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. 100%. Naks naman. Mayabang kasi kami. Sabi nga nilang ang Lorna Caputan mayabang. Hindi po totoo yun. Sige, 99.9%.
Hindi siya talaga yung dapat sumagot sa mga katanungan na ibinabato sa kanya ngayon. Mukhang hindi siya really that qualified at sumasablay-sablay itong taon to. Thank you.
Attorney Lotak, meron ba kayong nakausap na mga tao na naniwala doon sa sinasabi ni Vice President Sara? Nakita ko kasi doon sa grave threats, marami kayo in the interview. Pero in this particular case, meron ba kayong at least man lang nakausap na mga tao, inimbestiga further kung talagang merong epekto yung kanyang mga sinabi?
Insofar as the Cybercrime Division is concerned, Your Honor, hindi kami nakapag-focus dyan.
Pero sa kabilang banda, may naniniwala ba sa'yo? So ang gusto kong malaman, kung meron kayong nakausap na mga grupo o mga anyone o naimbestigahan nyo, naniniwala talaga doon sa kanyang pinagsasabi. With your permission, Mr. Presiding Officer, just one last question. Nakita nyo ba kung merong capability si Vice President Sara?
Definitely po.
Ano ang nakita nyong mga ebidensya kung meron siyang capability gawin yung kanyang sinabing pagbanta at yung kanyang gagawin?
Well, for one, she is the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines. And number two,
Hindi naman porket Vice President ka, may capability ka gumawa nun. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, not necessarily. But alam naman po natin yung background, naging presidente ang...
Hindi ka naman porket Senate President, may capability ka gumawa nun.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, anong ebidensya na meron kayong nakita na kaya niyang gawin yun?
Alam naman po natin yung background na yung tatay niya na dating presidente ay hinaharap ngayon yung kaso sa ICC dahil sa mga extrajudicial killings, etc. So, tiningnan namin yon na indeed being in that situation, may capability ho, aside from the fact na vice presidente siya.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
And I could not find the detailed circumstances leading to November 23, where admittedly there was emotions like an emotional hyperbole or an outburst, but the events leading to the press conference. San po yun sa inyong affidavit?
I think, Your Honor, nasa affidavit of transcription ho yan. Transcribe po yan as
I read
attachment.
it a few times. I could not see the detailed events leading to that, having mentioned the medical emergency, the transfers to the Correctional Institute for Women, and so that the person who will read the affidavit will have a accurate, factual, and complete appreciation of the events leading to the press conference. Perhaps your view, having being the person who filed the complaint, may have a different, perhaps, appreciation from my view because I find it somewhat incomplete. And that is just my comment on this because you clearly said you put all the pieces together. And during that time, alam ba ninyo na habang sinasagawa ng NBI ang investigasyong ito, may nakabinbin na direct assault, resistance, and disobedience to authority at grave coercion laban sa Vice Presidente, kaugnay yung insidente nangyari sa ospital, sa Veterans Medical Center.
Narinig ko lang po, Your Honor. Pero
Yes,
hindi
you
ako aware sa
heard
facts
about
na yun.
that, yes. And was there an investigation that was done regarding that incident?
I think ang focus po namin, Your Honor, is yung violation ng grave threats by the Vice President and inciting to sedition. Now, pagdating ho doon sa nangyari sa Vice Presidente, yun nga sabi ko, hindi ako aware sa kabuuan ng facts na yon. Baka yung ibang agency nag-imbestiga po doon, hindi ako aware, Your Honor, doon sa circumstance na yon.
And so would the answer, Attorney Lotok, be a no? Were these taken into consideration in the investigation?
Again, Your Honor,
Or would this be a yes, meaning it is contained in the affidavit, which I'm trying to look for as well?
Nasa affidavit of transcription po yung nangyaring usapan during that time. Nag-execute ho ng affidavit of transcription ng agent on case, Your Honor.
Actually, ilang beses ko po binasa yung affidavit, and what I see is there was a focus on the October 18. But on all the events on November 22 and 23, the detailed events leading to the emotional outburst did not seem complete. And that's what I'm trying to elicit from Attorney Lotok, our witness, because when we say that we had considered the bigger picture and all the facts and circumstances leading to the cases of great threat and inciting to sedition that were recommended, we want to understand the whole process and the factual context in which it happened. Because if you are to take snapshots of events and focus on October 18 and the press conference, it can shock any person. However, if you see as well the events leading to the emotions and the detention of the Chief of Staff and the Vice President herself, iba pa yung kasong ito, iba pa yung nadetina, iba pa yung sinampang kaso at pinagsarahan ng pinto ng ambulansya, kaya nagkaroon ng kasong ganon. I tried to read the affidavit a few times and could not find such a comprehensive enumeration of facts by the NBI, and that's why, thus, this query.
Naliligaw ako eh. Because I think that even some members of the public that are watching, naliligaw doon sa discussion of grave threat and inciting to sedition. Di ba sa regular courts naka-charge yun, Mr. Witness?
Sir, wala pa hong, as far as I know, as far as the NBI Cybercrime Division is concerned, wala pa ho sa court, Your Honor. Nasa preliminary investigation pa lang ho yung case natin.
So pero sa regular courts pinafile, di ba?
Yes po. Opo.
Ang nakafile dito sa impeachment court, betrayal of public trust, di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
At saka other high crimes.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Hindi grave threat at saka inciting to sedition, di ba?
I think yung Article 4 yata may nakalagay doon, Your Honor, na...
Pero hindi yun ang main charge, di ba?
Yes, Your
Betrayal
Honor.
of public trust.
Opo.
Sige, kasi naliligaw ako eh.
Thank you po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Senator Judge Soto.
Ikaw ang nanood ng video, ikaw nag-evaluate. Ako pa magsasabi sa iyo kung ano laman ng video. Akala ko ba, tinignan nyo ng mabuti yung video. If you evaluated well the November 23 video, is there any circumstance in that video that you believe that the Vice President made admissions against her interest?
Plain ho yung utterance niya doon, Your Honor. Yung nakita lang ho namin, yung utterances niya.
O di ba mga kaibigan, so pahiya dito ang prosecution na pinamumunuan po ni Congresswoman Jinky Beatrix Luistro. Ito yung congresswoman mula sa Batangas na nagkaroon po yung asawa niya ng rape case. Tapos ang ginawa niya sa halip na ipagtanggol niya ay tinago po niya. So dahil po sa tulong ng asawa ni Vice President Sara Duterte doon sa law firm po ng mga Duterte ay nailigtas po sa pagkakakulong, no? At pagkakaroon ng guilt na kaso ang asawa ni Luistro. Kaya ikaw, Jinky Beatrix Luistro, magbayad ka na ng utang mo kay BP Sara Duterte dahil nalalapit na ang pagtatapos ng inyong mga kalokohan. Ayan. So doon naman sa mga dilawan, mga pinklawan na mga naniniwala sa inyo, good luck, magsilabas na kayo. Okay. Malinaw na malinaw mga kaibigan na semplang ang mga iniharap ninyong testigo. Yan ang dahilan kung bakit hindi na ninyo iimbitahan sina Attorney Zulaika Lopez at Captain Belinda Bello. At syempre, wala ring masasabi si NBI Chief Matibag sa bagay na yan. Kaya expect the unexpected, mababasura ang impeachment dahil kayo po ay nabigo na patunayan na mayroon ngang elemento ng grave threats at inciting to sedition laban kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa totoo lang mga kaibigan, in a criminal law, context is indispensable. Ayan. Kaya po hinahanap yan ni Senator Judge Loren Legarda. It is not just enough for the complainant to rely solely on isolated statements and assumptions. The prosecution must establish through competent evidence that there was a deliberate criminal intent and that all the essential elements of the alleged offense are present. Mere speculation, such as concluding that a person had the capacity to carry out a crime simply because she is the vice president, is insufficient to satisfy the required standard of proof. Ayan, napanood ninyo yung tanong ni Senator Judge, Senate President. Ayan, Win Gatchalian, hindi porket presidente, may capacity na siya na pumatay at mag-execute ng krimen. Panoorin ninyo yung kanyang manifestation ni Senate President Win Gatchalian. Kasi ang katuwiran nitong si Jeremy Lotok, Vice President kasi siya, bobo rin talaga, no, NBI Director pa naman. Based on the 6 days of impeachment proceedings, the testimonies of witnesses John Mark Calilong and Attorney Jeremy Lotok, in my view, have not conclusively established the alleged grave threats. Much of the evidence presented consisted of documents, excerpts, many of which appeared to contain enlarged fonts and wide spacing, creating the impression of a mere voluminous record. However, the quantity of documents alone does not determine the strength of the evidence. What matters is whether they prove its element of the offense. Ayan, so napansin po ninyo yung naging interpellation din ni Senator Judge Pia Cayetano. Sabi niya naduduling siya kasi double spaces at malalaki yung fonts doon sa parte po ng prosecution na para bagang sinadya nila yan para masabi na ang kapal-kapal ng kanilang mga ebidensya, ang dami-dami ng kanilang ebidensya, kaya daw ganun kadami ay sobra pa lang double spaces. My God, napakalaki naman po yun. And inamin na rin po yan ni ni prosecution lawyer na si Attorney Lorna Capunan. Binanggit pa nga niya ilan daw yung pages, ang dami-dami niyang binanggit na pages, wala naman palang laban. Nakakasuka itong si Capunan. Punta ka na lang sa face to face. Ayan. During her manifestation, Attorney Lorna Capunan argued that the prosecution had already presented numerous documentary exhibits, and for that reason, the testimonies of Attorney Zulaika Lopez and Captain Belinda Bello would be unnecessary, redundant, and merely cumulative. Yung kanyang ginamit na salita, surplusage. Ayan. So, however, one could argue that Attorney Zuleika Lopez was among the most important witnesses because she could testify regarding the events that transpired before Vice President Sara Duterte's press conference. These proceedings event no, the preceding events may provide the factual context necessary to determine whether the alleged statements were made with deliberate criminal intent and were instead uttered in the heat of the moment as an emotional reaction to prior events. Without that context, it becomes more difficult to fully evaluate the meaning and intent behind these statements. Yan po yung hinahanap ni Senator Judge Loren Legarda. Senators Win Gatchalian and Francis Chis Escudero also raised questions regarding the prosecution's theory that the Vice President Duterte had spoken to another person before making the controversial statement. They pointed out that the prosecution had not established who that individual allegedly was. Yan, so napanood natin si Win Gatchalian, tinatanong niya kung may nakausap nga ba talagang tao, kilala nyo ba, nakausap nyo ba, na-interview nyo ba yung tao na yun, hindi nila na-interview. Tapos, yung tao na yun, hindi pa nila alam kung killer ba yun, hindi nila alam kung assassin ba yun, no? Hindi nila alam, wala silang alam, kasi malay ba natin, no? Malay ba nila kung yung taong yun, ordinaryo lang po palang tao, katulong pala, o kaya yung pulubi lang pala, kung sino-sino lang pala. So, kailangan nilang ma-establish, mahanap man lang nila at ma-interview sino yung tao na yon at ano yung kanilang napag-usapan. Killer ba yung tao na yon? Assassin ba yung tao na yon? Which they failed to have that information. Okay? From a criminal law perspective, identifying that person may be significant if the prosecution's theory depends on the existence of such an individual. Simply stating that the Vice President Duterte admitted speaking with someone does not, by itself, establish that the conversations involve an agreement to commit a crime. Additional evidence would be necessary to identify the person, establish the nature of the communication, and demonstrate how it supports the prosecution's allegations. Likewise, mga kaibigan, if it were proven that the Vice President Duterte spoke with another person, it would not automatically follow that the individual was a hard killer or assassin. Such a conclusion requires independent evidence and cannot rest on inference or speculation alone. The person could have been anyone, and the prosecution bears the burden of proving through competent and admissible evidence the identity of that individual and the relevance of the conversation to the alleged offense. Unfortunately, in criminal proceedings, the prosecution carries the burden of proving every essential elements of the offense through credible and competent evidence. Context, intent, and identity, and the surrounding circumstances are all critical in determining whether an alleged criminal act has been sufficiently established. Without adequately providing these elements, conclusions regarding criminal liability remain open to question. Therefore, kailangan pa ba si NBI Chief matibag? Alright, so guys, sa darating na linggo po, no, starting tomorrow, yan, Lunes hanggang Miyerkules, mga kaibigan, ay tinatapos na po ng prosecution yung kanilang argumento, yung kanilang presentation sa ikaapat na impeachment. Ito po yung grave threats and inciting to sedition. Ayan, so napanood din po natin, mga kaibigan, si Tito Soto kanina, sabi niya sa regular court daw ito pinafile and confirm ito ni Attorney Jeremy Lotok. So ano pang pinag-uusapan natin dito, no? So tapusin na ang impeachment na yan.